straight up. What's that? What is mine? I have to share that one in my Facebook memory. First, share this out. I like my Facebook memory this morning. Oh, look at that. Oh, I'm getting misty-eyed. YouTube just said I was live. Oh, thank you, YouTube. And the volume down. Company's back complaining. The music too loud. Let me share the memory. The memory looks like it might be kind of deep. I don't know where's. Let me hold on. Before we look at the memory, Facebook memory might be kind of deep. All right, thank you, YouTube, for promoting. I'm live. Thank you. Appreciate that. It's interesting when software works how it's supposed to. Oh, brother John, Nikki Heaven. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, this hump day. Who's that shared? I just saw it. Was that Heaven? Thank you for sharing. I think that was Heaven. Hold on. I need to share my damn self. You already shared it out. I'm not even a share. This is the fun part. Now they got the share thing working. I can see who's sharing, I think. Rise and shine to the brainwashing. Yes, absolutely. Ooh, somebody sent me something the other day. I like to send me stuff to keep me crazy. Keep me cray-cray. You know they patent mind control. They patent the damn mind control. I thought we learned from the drive-in movies. Getting people to eat popcorn was a bad idea. All right, let me just start where the comments at. Late this morning. Get up early in the morning. My country. Come out, fight the forces of poverty because ain't no damn freedom. Fight the forces of oligarchy. Jump into the monopoly. The false monopoly game. Good morning. Let's see. Let's see if I can get YouTube back in here. Boom, boom, boom. Hit that. Yes, I know. Somebody said the share thing's working. That's cool. Be the upgrade. That's my YouTube name. I have to do that. To get the back comments to work every morning. Be the upgrade. That's just the message. Always be the upgrade. Be better than the last generation. Don't hand the next generation your problems. Fight the real fight. Don't fight each other. Fight the system. The system is the problem. There you go. YouTube is up. Brother Gustinson. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Brother Walter. Let me see. Nothing will change as long as we use their oil, their system, and their money. Right, Walter. Go with the rest of it. As long as we work for them, as long as we cheer them, as long as we buy from them. Consumerism, like a whole lot of things hold this mess up. All right, let me get that comment right there working. Bring YouTube, turn that music off, go to the other. So many things I gotta do to do this. Hold on. Let me press back, get the background music, pissing people off. Make sure the volume is at the right level. Get my Facebook comments here. Hope like, oh, look at that. Thank you for sharing, Mary. Thank you for sharing, Tina. Oh my goodness, tea time. Well, it's not for me, Tina. I don't do no tea. Tea don't work for me. Although I did get a green tea latte the other day. That was pretty delicious, but I'm a coffee person. I didn't live hard, Tina. I need coffee in the morning. Unless I got a good smoothie. I got a good smoothie, I can get away with that. Good morning, people. Good morning. Let everybody get in here. I get my act together. Oh, look at I appreciate y'all sharing, and I think I appreciate my Facebook memory this morning. So I can bring that up. That looked kind of interesting. I don't know. Yesterday was a quote from Ty. Today, hold on. I don't even know what it means. I just saw a few words and I found it to be interesting. And I think Facebook picks the memories that were significant. And what's going on that screen looks weird. That were significant based on what people liked. The Facebook memory today. Knowledge is power. The more diverse your friends, the more powerful you are. You really aren't fencing, you are fenced in. I don't know who came up with that. Damn, that's kind of intellectual. Y'all like that? I kind of like that. Who was smart enough to say that? Oh my gosh. I don't know. Y'all rubbing off on me. That's the my friends are rubbing off on me. That's deep. Do you get what that's saying? You get what y'all get what you're programming in here? Because it's not just the deep state brainwashing you and programming you with that damn patent somebody sent me. It's all y'all programming me, and this is where it's all going. Knowledge is power. The more diverse your friends, the more powerful you are. Do you want power? Do you like power? You live in a world full of powerful people. You might want to need some power. If your friends are like you, if your friends look like you, if your friends talk like you, if your friends go to the same church you go to, if they're all in your religion, if your friends were born in the same birth bigotry you were, if all your friends drive the same car, live in them ticky-tacky houses. I love that song from Weed. Ticky-tacky. Friends all went to the same college as you, all went to Yale, Ivy League schools. Your friends all got the same degree. Your friend, you work with all your friends. If you don't have diverse people around you, you enslave yourself to ignorance. It's not just that you're fenced in, you were born fenced into this birth bigotry nonsense and this class lock, but you're also fencing yourself in. Get out, meet different people, I love that quote. Let me turn that off. That was interesting to me. I think I reshared it. I reshared that one. That was deep. Appreciate y'all liking that. That is something I think should be shared around. It's like we got a bunch of people sharing. What are we talking about today? Talking about this daggone patent. I'm not even sure where it's at. Somebody sent me the patent. I have to post a link for it. It was the patent that talked about the mind control, utilizing imagery and digital screens, suggestive messages in a digital way, the way they used to do with us with the popcorn. Y'all remember the popcorn at the drive-in theater? Y'all remember the popcorn? Good morning. And somebody's linking it to 5G, or they're linking it to 5G. Let me see if I can bring this up. Brother Bill is in the house. Good morning, Brother Bill. And I'm seeing comments passing by while I'm trying to get down to the detail in the meat. So I can't see everybody's there. Let me see if they hit that. I don't know who sent that to. Oh boy, somebody had to post a link. But there is a patent. Is this it? And nope, that's not it. Julian Assange. Nope, that's not it. Oh, Brother Walter here. You can't talk about Julian. Hey, free the brother. Anyway, so there's a patent that they have for using EMF waves, electromagnetic waves, to control your mind through software, television, your smartphone, your iPad. So it makes sense to me now. They can bring about emotion by using certain waves. They can show you certain images, and this is how I process it. I'll post a patent number if Wanda Links didn't already post it. They can show you a picture of Donald Trump and show you bunnies and kittens on Fox News. You know, you feel good about it. They can show you pretty ladies and fast cars. You know, you nice guys with six packs and Speedos, Chippendales. It makes you feel good anytime you see the imagery of Donald Trump and you think that, oh, maybe he is fighting a deep state. They can show you images of him, I don't know, taking on the deep state instead of acting just like Obama. This is where I'm at. This is what I see. I mean, y'all disagree with me if you want. I'm fine with that. What do I see? I see, doesn't matter. I see every president taking on the globalist march. Somebody said it the best way. I was watching. Oh, there's something I do want to show you. I was watching CrossTalk this morning. Just a little 20-second statement. But one of the other things I was watching on something else, he said, they were talking about Trump. He said, well, which Trump are you talking about? Are you talking about the Trump in the beginning that wanted to make America great again? Or are you talking about the Trump that the deep state is now in control of? Which one? And, you know, the way my mind works, it's just how it works. But I mean, this is why I wanted to show this to you. Let me take you to this quick, I don't know who this brother is, but he said something deep. I don't want to see the whole crosstalk. It was interesting, it was on the Ukraine. But most important is what the brother said right here.
Zelensky faces a huge problem in the east, a war that is unresolved, that is dragging on.
And then outside here is where I'm going to go. Right about 4 minutes in. Good question to this brother right here. Don't know this man, but he dropped it like it's hot.
state. Now, how can this political novice, having no base in the RADA, elections are 6 months away. I mean, he could be a disappointment within 6 months. Go ahead, Case in Amsterdam.
Yeah, that's very well possible, because we think that when somebody has the title of president, that he has the country in his hands. Because we live in an era in which we identify a country with one person. You know, Russia is Putin, Venezuela is Maduro, and the United States is Trump. But in fact, a president is somebody who is surrounded by hundreds of people who represent interests that will not take no for an answer. And I think if you come in as a novice and an outsider like Zelensky, this wall of potential neighborhood, because we think that...
I don't want to talk about the Ukraine. I want to talk about the understanding of how most likely the office of the president works. Everybody's out fighting for the president. On that side, they're still yelling and screaming. He's doing all the great things and making America great, but he became a globalist, and most of my friends vote for him not to be a globalist, but now he's acting like Obama. Colonizer. And the other side screaming impeach him. It's like you get everybody off in these ridiculous areas where they're not going to actually change any damn thing. And so listen to what he said. The president is surrounded by, or prime minister's president, surrounded by hundreds of people. Maybe in America might be thousands of very powerful people who do not take no for an answer. He's describing an oligarchy to you. I'm going to say it one more time in case you didn't get it.
When somebody has the title of president, that he has the country in his hands. Because we live in an era in which we identify a country with one person. You know, Russia is Putin, Venezuela is Maduro, and the United States is Trump. But in fact, a president is somebody who is surrounded by hundreds of people who represent interests that will not take no for an answer.
That will not take no for an answer. Do you get that? Does that make sense to people? Like, do you really get that? But then they can use this mind control, the patent for the digital way of controlling a person's emotions and showing the imagery, a step beyond what they did with popcorn, where you can make a president delicious and nutritious for him on Fox News. You can make him the demon and Satan on, what is it, MSN and CNN or something. I don't know which of the ones brainwash who to do what. I don't watch any of them. But this actually makes a lot of sense to me. It finally is like really sinking. Like, this is why your friends and your family are just off in bobblehead land, chasing things that ain't gonna change a damn thing. Like Brother Walter said earlier, buying gas and buying fuel-efficient cars and living in these big, massive, ignorant, unsustainable, and ungreen houses while they're fighting it. But that actually makes sense. And why would anyone continue to vote for this? Which is, I have no idea. I was looking at, somebody sent me something from, what's his name? John McAfee, the inventor of the McAfee antivirus. Outside of the fact he done did some horrible stuff down in Latin America, I think. They chased him out of one of those countries. He didn't, I mean, he's a billionaire, I imagine. He's up to no good, but he's running on a platform of hashtag. Well, I don't know if he's doing a hashtag, Richard Pryor, none of the above, but it's something to that effect where it's either vote for me or don't vote for anybody, something like that. Uh-oh, hang on. I got to plug in. I found that to be interesting. His platform was, the system is completely co-opted. Why would anybody vote for anybody? Why would anybody want to continue this nonsense and drama? Thank you for sharing, Tina. Thank you for sharing, Lori. While y'all getting that, Sissy talking about some zombies, I got to plug in. Otherwise, it's about to shut off again. I get busy in the morning. I'm always running around doing a million things. But I always take time to fight the deep state. Always take time out in your busy day to fight the deep state. There we go. Got pie. Now it's not gonna shut off. Thank you for sharing, Maria. Thank you for sharing. All right. Love and light, brother Kevin and Augustine on YouTube. Whew. All right, now we're ready to go. It's hot. Good morning, Kate. How you doing this morning? So I found that to be interesting. Patent for mind control. Why would you continue to vote for a government that rolls out a propaganda act and owns the patent to control you? So it's not just showing you propaganda and lying to you, but also using subliminal messages. How that links to 5G, I'm not really certain yet. Thank you for sharing, Brother John. People vote so they can show their support for a terrorist organization. Absolutely, Brother John. Please say it louder. Please say it louder. This is why I get on my Christian. This is why I get on my Christians all the time. United Christian-ish isn't a thing. Christ was not a Christian. Christ was a Christ. And I didn't get into it. Somebody said something the other day. That's just the perspective I come from. If you actually read your Bible, you're supposed to leave people alone. You know, that all religions are religions of peace, all the big ones, because people like to fight. Well, no, the Muslims aren't peaceful. Did you read the Quran? Yes, they are. They are original peace. But you got a lot of people walking around with that word Muslim on them. That Muslim-ish. It's like you got a whole bunch of Christians walking around with that Christian-ish label. You better beware of these people. You better watch out for them. Now they're killing the slaves. Yes, they are, Brother Bill. They've been killing the slaves since the very beginning. We are the slaves. We're the serfs. They don't give two damns about any of us, and we need to grow up and realize that. I might just do comments. There's crazy stuff in the news. This is what I'm gonna do. Give me 5 minutes, and I'm gonna go back through all the comments. Give me 5 minutes. I just want to show y'all what I saw this morning. I'm trying to figure out what's the best format. How do we go about this? And I know I keep jumping back and forth. I'm gonna show you what's on my mind, and I'm gonna let y'all take it where y'all want to take it. Maybe that's a better way of approaching this. There was technology in the news this morning too. International news. Always got to clarify with people. I do not watch American news. American news is allocated, designed, based on that patent to brainwash me, to get me to act like a dumb tribal monkey, to get me out there fighting other poor people I need to be fighting with. So I don't watch nothing that comes out of my nation. Nothing that's sponsored for it. It's not news if the deep state pays for it. If your country funds the whatever comes out on the television, none of that is news. It's all to get you fooled and confused. All right, so mind control patent. That was mine. Okay. So first thing I saw was Trump's talking with the guy who used to be with Gaddafi, but now he's against Gaddafi. Trump gave him a call on the phone. To me, I really don't care nothing about that. As your leader, it's not my leader. The other guy, he wants to be somebody else's leader. That I don't do leaders. I'm a sovereign person. I lead my damn self. I'm grown. I don't need anybody to lead me nowhere. I don't have a leash. Ain't gonna never be a collar on this neck till you kill me. So I don't care nothing about that. And besides, the CIA is always up to that crap anyway. They're always figuring out ways to topple nations and destroy countries and get presidents over there. They say President Trump just to confuse you. It triggers your brainwashing, so you get angry. You want to impeach him. You think he's the demon come again. You think Obama's Christ come again. And all of that's just bull. All of it's just mind wash, brainwashing. So not interested in that. I'm just like trolling the news. Let me troll the news for 5 minutes, then we'll talk about other things. That was the brother who was on there talking about fact-checking versus propaganda, about how Facebook, the chief lawyer, I think it's the chief lawyer now, he helped write the Patriot Act. Yeah, you may want to be careful with that. You may want to be careful with them determining what's true and what's not true. That being the case. Once again, if you have departments of the deep state in your organization, we understand where that's coming from. Citizens or not should be questioned by the 2020 census, right? And this is the thing where they say, oh, Trump wants to question people if you're American citizens or not. Not news. I don't care nothing about that. Why? Because the whole immigration thing is to fool you and get you to be stupid. It's to get you to hate your neighbor instead of love thy neighbor. Y'all remember that? Remember that in Sunday school? You used to go to Sunday school with your little suit on. I had a little three-piece suit. Mama put all that baby oil on the face, sent me to Sunday school, and they teach you, thou shalt love thy neighbor. Y'all remember that? Did you forget that? You forgot that? It's not even your pastor don't say that no more. Your minister don't. Nope. Love your neighbor. Loving your neighbor is not building a wall. Okay, so I don't really care nothing about that. You need to read your Bible more. You can be a conservative. That does not make you Christian. You can be evangelical. Doesn't mean you know Jesus one bit. I'm not worried about that. Another thing, a conflict. One side wants to put a wall up and hate the neighbor and keep them out. The other wants to let the neighbor in so they can be slaves and not have jobs and fight and kill and become criminal until they don't have enough food, right? So I'm not interested in immigration at all. We got enough resources to take care of people, give them land, feed them, house them. Robots can do all the work, automation. It could be in the country, doesn't have to be in the country. People are migrating back and forth away from bad things all the time. That's why I really don't care. But besides the fact, both people who started the immigration debate, when they go back and forth on it, the two sides in your country, ask them if they're the reason that people are leaving their country to begin with. And that'll tell you everything you need to know. I'm not interested in debating the side of the people who, both sides, destroyed their country so the people got to walk here. Not news. Oh, this was interesting. The machines from biomaterials become a reality. They're actually making machines from biological cells. Like they've actually, what university was that? That was interesting. They actually made cells and they get them to do what they tell them to do. It's not a biological creature, not yet. We're not smart enough for that. We're still 98% monkeys, but we're making biological machines that repair themselves, and that's where this is going. Why? So you can make a tank that repairs itself. You can make a robot that heals itself. You can make a robot that eats. You can make a fighter jet that lands and eats a few humans and takes back up and air, then goes bombs and it bombs more, because that's where it's going. All this is always used to kill and murder people because we haven't grown up yet. Because we don't love thy neighbor. That's why. Let me see, killing Christians doesn't matter to the corporate media. No, it doesn't. Killing anybody doesn't matter to the corporate media. That's completely not true. I disagree with that. It's always said in a selective way. I like that guy and I don't like that guy. He's on RT, don't know his name. Sometimes he debates, says smart things. Other times he debates, says dumb things. So, but his point there, yeah, well, the media doesn't really talk about it in the conflict is Notre Dame, right? Notre Dame was blown up, and his point was that, well, if you look up the Google searches, 7 times more people look up the Sri Lankan bombing than Notre Dame fire, which is true, but the news is always talking about the Notre Dame fire, outside of the fact within the 24 hours they raised 1 billion euros to put a roof back on the Notre Dame, and most human beings don't have a roof anywhere on this planet. They don't have shelter. Most kids walking around just raining on their heads. They don't have no place to go, no place to sleep, like baby Jesus. Because you don't love that neighbor. But I'm not interested anyway. And my perspective on the Sri Lankan bombing anyway is I don't care that they're Christian. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care that they're Sri Lankan. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what color their skin is. I don't care. I could care less means nothing. That's an ignorant tribal debate. I don't care if they got 2 feet. I don't care if they got 2 eyes, brown eyes. None of that matters. All that matters is 300 people were murdered by a psychopath. I don't care what religion the psychopath was. I don't care what the aspects of the people who died were. People died, go get the psychopath so he can't do it again. Get down to the root cause of why he did it. And people say, well, it's because the Muslims and Christians are fighting. No, that's not why they're doing it. It's because you got a lot of dumb people. You have a lot of dumb people who don't go down and realize, well, who keeps them fighting? People aren't born, I'm Christian, I want to fight. Born Muslim, I'm Muslim, I want to fight. That's not how it happens. First of all, their parents program them. They give them who they love. They give them what team they are. They give them their identity and pride in it. And they grow up, and by default, they will fall into the conflict. And who reinforces that? It's always the government. It's always the kings and the lords and those behind the media, which is why the name of that article is Killing Christians. It doesn't matter, because if you identify with Christian, if you're already brainwashed, then you already accept it. That's true. I gotta support my brothers. And it doesn't really matter. Killing people's bad. Thou shalt not murder. Leave it at that. Done deal. Chelsea Manning holds the keys to her jail cell lying on. Yeah, that was a depressing one. I saw that. Then they kind of got Brother Assange in a bind. They kind of got Brother Assange in a bind. Some people are saying that Trump is getting ready to let him go. I don't think that's going to happen. I hope you're right, though. Oh, boy, I tell you what. I hope you're right. I don't think that's going to happen. So they're getting him on conspiracy. And I guess I got a little more details, and Lionel talked about it. I mean, what they say that Assange did is he helped her to break into, not to break in, because she already knew how to break in, but to break in a way where they don't, right? And this gets back to what a lot of people talk about Assange and his ties to the CIA and all of that stuff. And maybe that's true. I don't know. It's beyond me. It's not about Assange. This is about freedom of speech and a free press. It's about stopping the brainwashing. That's what it's all about to me. but that he helped her break in a way where they couldn't tell it's her. And they'll probably, if they can prove he did that, they'll probably get him on it if Trump doesn't let him go. Anyway, Germany draws closer to Russia despite U.S. sanctions, which is good. Thank you, Germany. Thank you, Germany. Go, Germany! I love it. I love it. Do the opposite America says. That's what you do. Do the opposite America say. Well, why are you so hard on America? People ask me. Why? Like I was talking to a brother. I think I was brother sister. Some of y'all got brother sister names. I don't know. Gender doesn't mean nothing to me anyway. I really don't care nothing about that. It's not my pride. This is what I am. This is what I do. Whatever you are, you could be, monkey, alien, man, woman. That it's not my business. Anyway, was getting on me and said, well, you can't talk intellectual to people. You can't talk to people anymore. People are just angry and upset. Well, maybe you don't know how to talk to people. That might be the issue. Maybe you don't say things that are true. Maybe you say things that are selective. Maybe you're saying words like the tribalism keywords, Christian, Muslim, black, white, American, German, that are triggering people, invoking that brainwashing for the patent that the United States government owns. I think it's the United States government. It's one of them. Sometimes they'll use people as a go-between, but the patent to control people, and you hit that trigger word, and all of a sudden the MK Ultra, the MK Ultra, CNN and Fox News and MSNBC kicks in, and they act like a total fool. But why do I chastise America? Because I live in America. That's why. Clean up your own house before you go try to tell somebody else they need to vacuum. And my house is dirty. I look around my house. Not my house, my America house. I look around like, dang it, we ain't cleaned the carpets in a minute. Just fleas and boogers and bacteria. Don't have carpet, y'all. We got carpet in America. You're not supposed to have no carpet. It's just a bacteria nightmare. We ain't cleaning none of that. We ain't vacuuming. People spilling coffee all over the place. The deep state dropping donuts and Doritos and it's just a mess. And we ain't cleaning up our own house. That's why I chastise America the most. And because I was raised Christian, I got to chastise them the most. Why? Because you got to clean up your own house first before you go to your neighbor's house and start complaining about the dirt on their walls. Clean your own house. America got cleaning to do. And they were supposed to love thy neighbor and hand on the vacuum to them. Say, hey, you know what? We can cut this kind of clean. And the neighbor's supposed to say, you got your house clean? Say, yeah, America, we got our house clean. Y'all should do what we do. Okay, well, prove it. Where's your resume? Let's look at your house. How many people are committing suicide? How many children are homeless? How many people are dying? Are you loving each other? Is it working? Are you creating less psychopaths? Are you just soldiers committing suicide 22 a day? Are you invading the world? Okay, looks like y'all done clean up your house a little bit. Then Venezuela might listen and we can lend them a vacuum. This is how you clean your house up too. You get rid of that oligarchy, you get rid of your two-party system, you get rid of your government, you go back to just doing what you were supposed to and having free will, leaving each other alone. It's funny how that works out that way. You utilize little automation robots to feed people. Okay, I know I said 5 minutes, went down to 22. That's all right. China shows the world is ready for war. Yes, they do, because they're rolling out their military, because that's what they're doing. It's not an action, it's a reaction. We have a military-industrial complex, and the whole world is scared of it, which they should be. Damn it, Americans should be scared too, because it's not our technology. It doesn't belong to America. It belongs to big corporations and oligarchs and banks. And when they're done murdering other people around the world, they will murder you, because it's historical, it's what happened before, and it will happen again. Iran and China flex their muscles despite U.S. pressure. Of course they do, because violence makes the world. Violence is what keeps the world afloat. That's how you get power. It's how you keep power. And if you're flexing, you're the big thug on the block named the Pentagon, and other people are going to flex back. If you're threatening to kill other people's citizens, other leaders from other countries are going to threaten to kill theirs. That's just how it works. We don't have to live there, but that's where we live. We can make violence go away, but right now we're choosing not to. So I laugh a lot. Oh, Netanyahu, the name, the Golden Heights after anti-Semite Trump. I don't know the anti-Semite Trump. I don't know nothing about that, but after Trump, all I'm gonna say is this: the last place I want my name is in people who are in defiance to God rebuilding the temple. I don't know what I know is true anymore. We know this problem with a lot of these translations from a lot of these scriptures, but the last place I want my name, I don't want it to say Gerard nowhere around. If Christ come back again, come down on a white horse, or however you're coming back, and you're looking around, who is in defiance, who murdering people, who killing my people all over this planet, who is the #1 killer of my children, and it's America, and they see Gerard name on a settlement in some stolen colonized land, and people defiance to God over there who are actually oppressing the Jews. I say it again. Zionists are oppressing the Jews over there and oppressing everybody else they run into. Oh no, I don't. But I don't expect Trump to know that. I don't expect him to know that. The brother ain't never read the Bible. As a kid, I was forced to. We were forced to. My father had a whip. He was like, you remember the scripture? It was rough. He was a tough one. All right, let's keep going. There is something that's real crazy. Sodium is killing us, not red meat. That is a lie. That is hashtag fake news. Sodium is killing you. Meat is killing you. Twinkies are killing you. Sugar is killing you. All of these things are killing you. The water is killing you. All of it's killing you. Don't put the not in there. I don't have to even go through that because they don't know nothing about health and nutrition. Anything you overdo is going to kill you. All right. Meat is offensive to your body. As soon as you put it in your mouth, you have an immune response. You have inflammation and mucus, which means your body does not want it in there. You can debate that all you want. That's a debate between you and your body. I'm not interested in that debate. You got any questions on that? Go out to nutritionfacts.org. Listen to Dr. Greger. Get the facts. But I don't judge nobody. Why? Because I put a Twinkie in my mouth every now and then, and it offends my body. It's sugar. I don't judge nobody else. I'm more interested in the log in my eye than the sawdust in yours. So anything is going to kill you. You do too much of it. Oh yeah, monkeys. So 98% monkeys, we'll call them humans, they engineered, they took some of their brain, a gene out their brain, and they put it in the monkeys because they're trying to make the monkeys so the monkeys be smarter. Why? Because they want more slaves. Why? Because the 98% monkeys are a little too defiant to the deep state. The 98% monkeys, they don't like to see a whole lot of blood shooting out of their neighbor's neck, which they have problems with that eventually. They get them, like, here's mine. I don't think humans kill people. I think psychopaths kill people. I believe in possession. I'm not sure we even know what a psychopath is. I think it's some sort of spiritual energy that takes over people. Sounds crazy, but the ancients all said it, so I think it might be plausible. Why does the military keep people? Are the military all psychopaths in the police? No, they're not. There's a difference. There's training. These are kids. They take the young kids, they put them in training at boot camp. They teach them that this is how you do. They use repetitive training in boot camp to get them to follow orders, like they tell you in the movies. Eat popcorn, eat popcorn, eat popcorn, eat popcorn. And they go do it, and they come back to the United States after war, and they're jacked up. Because human beings aren't supposed to kill anything. All right, there we go. Clashes. I'm getting pop-ups everywhere. Hold on. Clashes and crying. Mexican cops detain hundreds of immigrants in large. Right, so the Mexican cops are now going after the immigrants, the large caravans that are walking north because America's destroying their country, and America don't want to stop because they got stupid Americans here fighting each other over a wall to let everybody in. We want slaves or we want to shoot them at the border. I think that's a stupid argument. Either way, it's completely unsentient. All right, I'm done. For the most part, I'm done. I think the only other thing was, the Sri Lankan bombing. They got him on video. Don't really want to see that. He's a psychopath. Don't care what religion he is. We talked about that. Putin and Kim summit is coming up. Send a signal to the U.S. North Korea has other alternatives, of course, and they should. That's just the world how we play. It's the Game of Thrones. Understand the Game of Thrones. You don't have to worry about any national labels. Okay, that's it. Things I want to talk about. We talk about any of that. Talk about what y'all want to talk about. All right, Maria said, poor monkeys, and thank you for sharing, Maria. Yeah, poor monkeys. We have not learned our sentience yet. We're brainwashed into conflict, and we want to continue on with it, so we're still doing it. I think we should stop. If I'm talking too fast, let me know. I drank a lot of coffee this morning. Brother Rob says, how do you love thy neighbor if they are rude and hate you? Well, Brother Rob, when people are rude and hate me, they all the time, Rob. You're on YouTube, I'm on Facebook, all day, they come in with the hate. The only thing that cures hate is love. It's the only thing. That's the difference between someone coming in there trying to hurt you. Please defend yourself. That's a whole different thing. You're supposed to turn the other cheek. But that's one of the places in the scriptures I'm struggling with my damn self. You come at me with violence, I have enough violence for you. But if someone hates you and they're rude to you, the way I put that, Rob, is if I'm not hateful and I'm not being rude to them, then it means that I have hate privilege. I have hate supremacy or love supremacy. It means that things in my life went good enough that I don't have that kind of anger. And I actually pity people like that. I feel sorry for them. And somehow that invokes me to just feel sorry for them. I mean, when people get angry, they cuss me out. I feel sorry for them. Like I love them more. I don't know, Brother Rob, I can't explain it. It's just, I just really feel sorry for them that they have so much pain in their life that they feel that that's the behavior of an adult. And I feel sorry for them. So it's easy for me to be kind and love people who hate me because I feel good that I'm not them. I guess as bad as that sounds, or as good as that sounds, that's how my mind, I feel for them and whatever they've gone through. I mean, everybody's struggle is real. Everybody's experience is real. Everybody's been through crap. We have no idea what they've been through. We have no idea what they're going through that day. And sometimes people need somebody to lean on. You know, making somebody feel worse is how other people feel better. It's this weird psychological thing of the 98% monkeys I can't understand. So I'm not worried about people who are rude or hate me. People rude or hate me all the time. I was raised to act sentient. I was raised to act in love. And so that's what I do. Israel PM Netanyahu says he'll name the Golden Heights after Trump. Yeah, that's my point, brother Augustine. I just name it. You can name it after anybody you want. Just don't name it after Gerard. But Gerard didn't read the Bible. Gerard didn't know what was going to happen. If that happens, if Revelation comes about, and your name is on anywhere there in Israel where they're murdering and killing God's children, where Jesus grew up in Palestine, bad things gonna happen to you. I don't want Jesus looking around the planet for me. I do not want that. Who would have murdered all these people? Somebody named Trump on a sign? Oh, hell no. Then lightning. Yeah, I don't want that. They name anything they want after anybody. Don't name me after anywhere anybody's murdering anybody in any murder projects. God send people here, they're supposed to live. If you send them back, that's going to kind of piss God off just a little bit, I think. And especially if you do it for the banks. Especially if you do it for the money changers who he didn't like in the church anyway. All right. Yes, Tina, we all going to die. I think I'm going to make a lemonade stand today. Better get a permit. Yeah, don't make a lemonade stand, sissy. Don't do that. Don't do that. We are not a free country. They will shoot and murder you. Don't do that. Especially if you got a bald head. Don't do that. The United States government is the largest world terrorist organization in the world and domestic terrorist organization. They absolutely are, Brother John. Thank you for sharing. There's no question about it. It is empirically proven and factual. When the world hates you, they don't hate you because you're fighting for freedom and democracy. They hate you because you're doing hateable things. Exactly, Liz, because my house is dirty. That's it. Why in the world would I go out and say, hey, I'm going to come help y'all clean your house, Venezuela? I'm gonna come help Honduras clean the house, and I don't even know how to clean the house to begin with. That's how stupid stupid the Pentagon is. Not America. America's full of a lot of people, good people, lost people and brainwashed people, but good people. It's the government that's an oligarchy, and most Americans don't have the brain working, they're brainwashed, and they don't really realize what an oligarchy looks like. They don't realize that presidents can go in with any ideas they want, congresswomen and men can go in with any ideas they want, but as soon as they get in, all the people they're surrounded by who have massive influence will kill them. That's just how the world works. If a homeless person will kill you for a clock radio of $50, that's a clock, they don't make clock radios no more. I'm a little outdated. They'll kill you for a couple $100 cell phone that they can hop. Not even a homeless person, just a poor person. Why? Because poor people don't like to die. They like food, they like energy, they like water. If they'll do that, will a deep state murder a president, congresswoman, or senate for not starting a war so they can get cheaper oil from Venezuela or one of these countries that they want to? Of course they will. You know, to me, it's just basic logic. It's just very simple, very simple. Plant the seeds, turn off the TV. Yes, please do plant the seeds, turn off the TV, get strong again, learn how to take care of yourself. You're an adult. Please do that. If Walmart helps you live, you got some problems. If the grocery store helps you live, you got work to do. And I got work to do. And it's not that work that it's not working for the deep state. It's not working for corporate America. It's not that. It's like real work. If you cannot take care of yourself and your family, you got work to do. Your grandparents are rolling over in their grave right now because you're weak. Stop being weak. Stop fighting other poor people. Let go of all this little, my neighbors, they're privileged and they're supremacists. Shut up, you're a supremacist too. You're in America, let it go. Go get strong again. I was planting, just this morning before I came to work, before I came to work, I planted my horseradish and I planted some, dang it, what is the name of that big thing? Was it rhubarb? Yeah, rhubarb. I planted some rhubarb this morning. I didn't have any rhubarb in my life. Actually I had a rhubarb pie. Made me a little gassy, but that's okay because I don't think you're supposed to mix rhubarb with strawberries, and that's all right. And my father-in-law at the time gave it to me. Maybe he wanted me to have little runs or something. I ate a little too much pie. tummy got, bubbling and bubble gut and stuff like that. But that's okay. Rhubarb is edible. I planted it. It's perennial here. It comes back. But be strong. Take care of yourself. That's my point. Opioids, weapons of mass destruction. Yes, Angela, it is absolutely. We got a problem with opioids. Why? Because big pharmaceutical companies like to make money, and the government is owned by big pharmaceutical companies and the military-industrial complex, which is why the Afghanistan war is going. It's not for freedom. It's not to save anybody, not to help anybody. It's just for money. That's it. I can feel your energy, Brother G. Love light, man. Thank you, Brother Daniel. Appreciate that. Deborah, gonna need more Java for this. I'm sorry, Deborah. I'm going too fast. I got a lot to get out. I got a hard stop. I got a lot to get out. But I'm just reading comments as we go. Hashtag smoke. That's right, Maria. The hashtag smoke. I don't want no hashtag smoke on me. Don't put Netanyahu. Don't put my name on nothing. Don't put my name nowhere, because I know who you serve. Man can't serve two masters. You can serve at Master A or you serve Master B. And I know precisely when you're murdering children with high-powered assault rifle and tanks, it's very clear when you're taking to take turns and you're pointing them at little 10-year-old children, it's very certain who you serve, and it's not who I serve. So no interest in that. Lots of laughter. Jesus isn't coming back on a white horse. Well, John, Jesus might come back in a white UFO. You don't know. I don't know. I didn't say white. That's the white horse. But that's what the Bible says. I think that's what the Bible says. No. Revelations. Well, Jesus coming back, but you had the 7 seals when they break, and I kind of threw all that in there. But but if Jesus come back again, y'all, I'm just saying, he might be a little moody. He just might be. Y'all murdered 5 million people since 9/11. 5 million souls he done sent to this planet. He might be a little moody with you. He might take off that belt. I'ma love my neighbor. That's what you need to do. Absolutely, Tina. What if Jesus was actually a woman? You know what? This is what I think, sissy. This is what I think, and questioning everything. I think that we don't know what these creatures are. I think that whatever God is, and Jesus is, and Buddha is, and Muhammad is, and all the things, I don't think they're genders. I think that they come in like forms that we recognize or relate to. They might just be energy, wave energy, which is why they call it spiritual, and God is a spirit, and they see the angels and stuff. That might be that. I don't think they're subject to biological rules and laws. Like, we came up with this biology because we're on this planet, and to breed, there's 2, right? There are creatures here that don't need 2 to breed. There are creatures here that need 3 to breed. So there could be creatures on other planets that need 5, 6, 7. Who knows? So I think this whole gender thing is our little isms. That's why I don't do gender. People say, but there are genders. And I just say, I don't care nothing about that. I don't, because it's unimportant. It's unimportant. Once you are given an identity, you now are established. Like there's a psychological thing that you adopt. Because now you hear that identity, that's a brother, that's a sister, that's something related to you, that's somebody in your group. And I don't want that. I'm trying to get rid of that everywhere I can. I think Jesus has a vagina. I don't know nothing about that, sissy. It's possible. We know Moses messed up the text. He messed up the Naga text when he translated, so we got the bad translation for Genesis, and they didn't hate women at the time, but women were just cattle. And so they put in Egyptian culture in the Bible, which can't in those scriptures, and not because it wasn't the Bible yet. It went into the Sumerian tablets before it went into the translations in Greek or Arabic, and then ended up in the Bible. It's been translated many times. That's outside the hundreds of canons. If you're somebody who believes the Bible is the unequivocal word of God, you might want to rethink that just a tad. So we don't know. We don't know, sissy, and I'm okay with people go back and forth and debate it. To me, it's not important, because if both of the people that are debating if Jesus got a vagina, a penis, if both of them live in a society that's based in murdering children, the GDP is based on murdering children, I'm more interested in the murdering children part. And I think we should fight over what color Jesus is and if he got a vagina, whatever, at a later date and time. I'm not into the monkey fight. That's it. I'm just not a monkey fighter. I'm not interested in Fight Club. All right, let me see. Poor monkeys, yes, they all poor. Maria, they're being starved. Because vaginas create life. Oh, okay, I get that. And that life creator makes perfectly good sense. But in terms of the genital thing, I don't think that associates to a genetic designer. a genetic scientist, a geneticist that starts colonies all over the universe. I don't think that really applies. I think that's our isms, and then we project our isms on those God things. Let me see. Kim wants to deal with more sounding nations that at least make sense when they speak. I would hope so, Kim. I mean, not Kim. Kim Young something ill. I'd hope so. I would hope that he understands that America is one big hypocrite, that the American people have no control over it, and that he wants to deal with a more level playing field. I hopefully, and it's not that Russia is better at all, but I think that hopefully he realized that Americans don't control America, and he's going to get himself in a lot of trouble if he allies with the wrong side. But I also think Putin, so I think they all work together. They all work together at the top. I think they all serve the same trillionaires and billionaires and banks and central banking, but they have other little fights between them. And I think this is the little fight where you got Iran and Russia and North Korea and the axis of evil and Venezuela and China. They're all kind of grouping up over there. And you got America and the other all grouping up over here. Like everything's conflict. Conflict Earth. You can get everybody on that side, everybody on that side. You can get all the dumb monkeys fighting over something dumb. And it works. It works like a charm. Let me see. I love those who hate me. They need that, actually. Yeah, well, you know what? That's what we're supposed to do, Angela. And how does that go? Like, what does it say that you love people that love you? That's not a thing. That's not important. That's not huge. You're not doing anything by loving people that love you. You're actually doing something by loving people that hate you. That is a sign of sentience. Loving people that love you and caring for people that care for you, that's not a sign of maturity. That's not a sign that's called just common dumb sense. Bacteria does that. You want to step it up. You want to love people that hate you. And that's how we heal this planet. Thank you for sharing, Echo. Good morning. Good morning. Let me see. Let's get down. I love you now. Get the hell out the way. Exactly, Lori. I agree with that. I love you. Just now get out of my way. We're trying to fix this. I love you, but we need to burn you. I love you, but just shut up. I mean, go on over there. I mean, I get it. You love your 2020. I get it. You want a leader. I understand. Just move out the way. We got important things to fix. We got a planet that's dying. And those are the people that blew it up. Like, don't try to fix the planet with the same people that destroyed it. Don't try to end the war and the genocide with the same people who took money to get it. To me, that would make no sense. So I love you. Now get out the way. I got something to do, and it's not in politic land. When it comes to politics, I just laugh at the hypocrisy. That's all I do. Look at it, laugh at the hypocrisy. I don't want anybody around me taking it too seriously. And don't come to me and think I'm going to take you seriously talking politics. It's all about politics. It's all politics. You're a tick. You're a clone. You work for them. Deep state. You work for these central bankers, and I don't think money should exist, so I don't think we're going to agree when we start to talk about it. Good morning, Elizabeth. I'm going down as fast as I can. Hit a couple comments. Gerard, I'm sorry. I never cussed at you. I've left you out. I'll get around to it one day. Don't worry. Yes, you did, John. Don't even lie. Don't even lie. Now, you can lie all you want. We first met. Stop it. That stuff doesn't bother me. I don't cuss, but I don't mind people cussing. You're free and a sovereign. If that's how you express yourself, that's what you're supposed to do. I'm not supposed to tell you how to express yourself. You're not supposed to tell me how to express myself. That's how sovereignty works. That's how free will works. If the people who actually read these scriptures actually want to go back to embracing it instead of embracing their false gods and government. Killing in the name of, yes, Caden, don't ever drive playing that song. You'll get a speeding ticket. I know I do all the time. Good morning, Susie. You should do a video comparing today's politics to Star Trek Ferengi. Kim, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on how the modern government, everybody in government, for the most part, they all look like Ferengi. They act like Ferengi. What is the first rule of the Ferengi? Profit. If you don't watch Star Trek, you won't understand. You should look it up. This dude, Star Trek best Ferengi moments. You'll get it. You'll get exactly what Kim is saying. Because that's what runs all governments. It's just profit. Profit makes every decision. The first rule of the Ferengi race is profit. If it makes profit, they do it. And that's who the humans are. If we ever get out into space, we don't kill each other, I think we'll probably just end up killing ourselves first. But the profit determines everything. That's why we're changing monkey genetics as profit. We're not thinking we're gonna make a monster monkey that's gonna kill everybody. That's why we're making AI. That's why most of our automation is used to murder people, not feed people. Why? Because we don't give a damn about the poor people. Great evidence of that is Notre Dame. Raised $1 billion, €1 billion in 24 hours. Poor people all outside of Notre Dame. Poor people, was it something like 20% of France is homeless? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I could have swore I heard that statistic in the news this morning. 20% of France is homeless. Where the money for that? Where the sentient money for that? Where the sentient money for that? Right, exactly, because we are the Ferengi. There's no profit in giving money to poor people. There's no profit in feeding the poor. There's no profit in loving thy neighbor. There's no profit in thou shalt not kill. There's no profit in looking out for people and being decent and sentient. There's no profit in loving hate. Those are all solutions. They're things that actually fix things. Profit is made in problems. It's not made in solutions and fixing things. You make profit in destabilizing things, not in fixing them. This is why America under Trump, Obama, Bush, Clinton, whatever, and even now they're saying Carter was dirty. I'm fine with all of that. I'm still going to quote him. I quote everybody. I don't care about where the source truth come from. If it's true, it's true. But they destabilize nations because that's how you make money. You destabilize people and economies and planets because that's how you make money. And we are the Ferengi, just like him said. Good morning, Friedman. Let me get down. Get a couple more minutes and I got to get out of here. This is quick. Never be afraid of homeless people. Never be afraid of them, Lori, and talk to them. Some of the smart, you know what? I can't tell you how many deep statements I got from homeless people. I'm not the step of a homeless people type. I give them money and sometimes, one time I was out with somebody. I was trying to give this homeless man some money. I'm like, don't do that. You're going to show him how much money you got. Now, first of all, I ain't got no money. I put this money in my wallet to pretend for you like I got money. I was giving him money like, I'm not worried about that. You know, listen, you never know when people need help. Always help people. Yeah, but he could have a Benz around the corner. You actually believe that? Like, shut up. Like, you know what? You're going to take that skateboard, you're going to skateboard home. Because I ain't playing with you. You done lost your mind. People don't live on the street because they make money. There was one guy, they found one guy in California that had a BMW that was begging for money. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I believe in karma. I'm still giving. As long as you give, it comes back. If you don't give, think about that. You better think about the karmatic rules. All religions teach them. If you don't give, it will come back when you need it. You ain't getting no giving. You ain't gonna get that job. You ain't gonna get that whatever you need. But if you give, it comes back to you. That's very true. The mind is a lot more powerful than we think. Train your mind. Wax on, wax off. Exactly, sissy. Train your mind or somebody else will train. So it's being trained every day. You turn on the news, it's being trained every single day. They're forming your reality and telling you how to think. Not to be a downer. Well, first of all, before I read the rest of your comment, Brother Rob, you ain't down in nothing here. Ain't down. I don't have down friends. I'm not down. I don't know what Down syndrome is, but we're not downers. I don't think that's related. But no, we don't. I look at things like people, Brother Rob, before I read the rest of your comment, they say, oh, it's so negative. It's just so hard. I'm like, that's because you were brainwashed to think it's bad to talk about war and it makes you feel down. That's not down. That's not down. Talking about the ugly on earth is what adults do. It's how we fix problems. We don't go in the house, see a spill on the floor and look away. I don't want to talk about it. It's going to make me feel bad. It's going to make me feel down. No, we don't do down here. We talk about truthful, honest things. It revealed that there's a solution because usually somebody was working on it a long time ago and usually the problems are artificial to begin with. Why? Because they make money making problems and they make money keeping people convinced they're complex problems and they're not. So you're never going to down me. I'm an adult. I'm mature. I want to look at the real problems and let's talk about real solutions and let's keep going. So let me rest your comment. I know I said all that. I had to say that, Rob, because someone said the other day that the person I was talking to that it's just so they didn't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Well, if you don't want to talk about it, you got to go somewhere else. I'm not the not talk about it guy. I am the let's talk about it guy. Let's talk about it. Let's fix it. Let's evolve because I don't want the kids inheriting this nonsense. Now what you're saying. Let me see, not to be a downer, but you look at climatology, we're already past the point of no return in terms of ecological damage. We can't fix it. And I agree with you, Brother Rob. We can't fix it. But outside of that, to me, it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter because the poles shift anyway. We always die. The asteroids always come. Bad calamities and things always happen to us. I'm not a big climate change person. Why? Because they lied about the data, part of it. And number two is these things always happen. Whether it's an asteroid, a comet, the pole shift, the climate change, the ecological destruction, it doesn't change what we're supposed to do today and tomorrow. It's not a downer. I appreciate you saying that because it's important. All these calamities always come. World War III is another calamity. All the things that we're supposed to do today have not changed. Love each other, work together for each other, use automation and technology to help each other, love your neighbor, build strong communities, work with each other, have diverse friends, educate yourself, all those things are the same. And if we do it fast enough, we become a collective species, we gain sentience, and if we can't stop climate change, we can at least get the hell off the planet and not infect the rest of the universe with our ignorance. Or we can save who we can fix what we can. We can only do it collectively. If they're using monkey genes to make super soldiers, then that's not gonna help us. If we're using monkey genes to solve problems in people who are born with irrevocable brain damage, or if we're using 5G in a responsible way, I don't know, in a way that helps people, if we're allocating resources instead of drones to murder people, but drones to grow food for people. So you see what I'm saying? So it's not a downer to me. I look at it and say, that's great, it's not a problem. Not a problem. We already got a solution for that. We're just not deploying it. Our government's not deploying it. Why? The Democrats nor Republicans. Not in my country. Nope. Hey, hell no. Hell no, they're Ferengi. Like Tim said, they're all Ferengi. All right. Let me see. Trump loved WikiLeaks during his campaign and mentioned it's 141 times, Patricia? I know he mentioned it. I know he mentioned 140 times. That mofo better let Assange go. I hope he's here to testify and get a deal. You know, he can, Patricia. And then you know what the funny thing is? I think he would. I think, everybody knows, let's be honest, Trump is a narcissistic young man. Why? Because he was raised to be a narcissistic, financial, psychopathic guy. Right? That's just what it is. You ever grew up around wealthy people, you understand how they work. I did. I understand how they work. Not good, bad, or indifferent. They were just born in that birth bigotry, and that's who they became. Let's not confuse ourselves about that. But he also is a showman. He loves it when people clap. He needs people to clap for him. Partially maybe because his mother wasn't there. Maybe because his father was really jacked up. But he needs that approval, and he likes that approval. And everybody has a friend like that. Everybody has family members like that. And guess what would happen? Guess what would happen if he thought the whole world would clap for him if he let Julian Assange go? What would he do? What would he do if he realized both Democrats and Republicans, left and right, would clap for him for standing up for free speech and free press? Not about Assange, but just about people knowing the truth. What would he do if he knew just millions of women? I don't think he cares so much if men clap for him, but millions of women would just get out in the street and clap and cheer for him if he let Assange go. What do you think he'd do? I personally think he'd let Assange go. I do. I mean, I don't know who's in the White House got guns to him like they did Obama and everybody else, but I think he would. I think they'd kill him right after. I think just right afterward, they just kill him right. They would not be playing around right afterwards. Hot snakes and bubble guts. Yes, but I planted it anyway. Who's that? Friedhelm, I planted it anyway. It's rhubarb. It's perennial. It comes back. Bad times are coming. I got to know how to take care of myself. I got to take care of my neighbors. I've never planted rhubarb before, so I planted rhubarb this morning. The sun wasn't even up yet. Every morning I get out and I plant something. Try strawberry rhubarb crisp. It's very yummy. Yes, Deborah, it might be crisp, and it was very yummy. But I was too much on the toilet that day. I had to drink water and hydrate because it was just going right through me. See, I thought Master B was a rapper. I think Master B is a rapper. Master B, Master A, Master K, all the masters, they all rappers. Except for the ones a couple hundred years ago. They're the ones that created this whole race thing. And everybody wants to keep that alive. I don't understand it. I don't understand it, David. They want to keep it moving forward. They want to keep cheering Master, and they're proud of all their designations that the masters gave them. I don't get it. I don't get it personally. It's symbolic of the white horse and all of those who are awake. Yes, Christine. I haven't read Revelations in a long time. That's why I say what I. Uh-oh, Lori, what the hell are you talking about? You could just papperpate. Oh Lord, Lori, that's not your job. It's Tina's job to be nasty this early in the morning. You have a beautiful brain, Gerard. I want you on my team. Sissy, we're already on team. We on Team Human Race. If you're on Team Human Race, we are already on that team. I do not do sub-teaming. I don't do subgroupings of humans. I don't do teamism with inside of that. I think G's gonna have a problem with rhubarb because he's pretty much needs sugar to make it palatable. Okay, well no, Deborah, because then you can mix the rhubarb with stevia. I grow a lot of stevia. I'll mix it with stevia. Do we know anything? Or did someone tell us? Exactly. Well, I think, Sissy, we don't really know. I think we know a lot less than what we think we know. And that's why I tell people, you know, we don't really know enough to argue. We really don't. What we do know is we do know we're all being starved. We do know that we all pass go, we don't collect 200. We do know that we don't get out of jail free cards. And as long as we know that, we don't have anything to argue about. We don't have anything to fuss and fight about. We know a lot less than what we think we know because we're being brainwashed. I'll post a link for the patent. You can look it up, tell me what you think. But, you know, we're always being controlled. That's what the elite have always sought to do from the very beginning, is control us and make us stupid. It's what they're doing now. They have digital ways of doing it. They did it with popcorn. So the idea that they're not doing it now and it's not going to increase under 5G is stupid. The idea that they're not showing messages now is insane. They always want to control. That's what kings do. It's what feudal people do. Then the government can't stop that. They can't stop. There is no stopping trillionaires that own governments. They work for them. Coffee and stevia is great. Dottie, I disagree. I love you to death, sister, but I disagree. The only place I won't put stevia is my coffee and my cereal. It's a little too green. It's a little too green. Green coffee, that's like a Ferengi thing. But you know, it tasted too leafy. I like stevia by itself. I like stevia tea, and I put in everything else and bacon and stuff like that. I eat the leaves, but I don't put in coffee. That is why meditation is essential. Feeling versus what we, hang on. That is why meditation is essential. Feeling versus what we think we know. It is essential, Beaufort. And I think meditation puts us in tap with things that we don't understand. There's something about calm, right? Because it's like how they brainwash us with TV and all these devices and all the information, the lies and fake news and things they pump in. Is when you're meditating and you're neutral, you're actually allowed to think for yourself, or something more powerful can interface with you. You know, whatever you want to call it, God, aliens, other dimensions, whatever. But you can have powerful thoughts when you still yourself and empty your mind. Other things can come in, more powerful, interesting things. Not this television and Facebook, YouTube, and all of that's controlled by the same people. Like, really think about it. Process it that way. All of these devices, all the media behind them are all owned by the same people. Do you think you're getting anything good out of them? I think there are good things in them, but I don't think as a whole you're going to get anything good out of being brainwashed by people that own all the properties and monopoly. They're usually going to give you what you need to fight with the other poor people to get chicken bones, not to take the whole damn table and flip the script and change the model in the monopoly game. And that's what I'm about. In the monopoly game, grow up, be mature, become sentient, continue to evolve the human race, go back to loving your neighbor, not thou shalt killing, not being a selective birth bigot because you were born here and that's who you are, breaking your children, telling them that. The minute you give your child an identity means they automatically have your enemy. And I'm just interested in not breaking the next generation. We got our own problems. Let our problems die with us. Don't pass them on to the next generation. And that's all these media companies do, is they brainwash you so you give your problems to the next generation because it makes a lot of money. Anyways, Gerard, I gotta go. Don't be brainwashed. Love y'all to death. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.